It's time for the final Rick's Habs preview for the season. Game number 82, Detroit in Montreal. Hey, everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs, where you get your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. We got the final game of the season. And while we're not making the playoffs, it's still going to be an exciting game because there's playoff implications for Detroit. So I've got all the news. I've got the lineups. I have the stats and stuff from the game. And I've got Guess the Score contest. Guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game. You can pick that guy from either team if you are the first person in the comments with that guess. And you are from Canada, you win the $10 cash prize directly into your bank account via Interac. And Interac's the reason why you got to be in Canada. If you're not, you can still make a guess. And if you win, you get the bragging rights. It's something. All right, so I've got a bunch of news. I think a lot of Habs fans are going to be very happy with the fact that Montreal has called up Logan Mailloux. He's been recalled, and the league has officially cleared him to play. So there's no question there. This is what they said. We have met with Logan Mailloux multiple times over the course of the last 8 to 10 months. We are comfortable that he recognizes the gravity of his prior conduct and is committed to making better and more responsible decisions in the future. He has been cleared to participate in National Hockey League play. Everyone else can shut up now. A lot of people still hate on him for what he did. All right, he's going to be wearing number 94. So number 94, Logan Mailloux. He'll also be paired up with Harris, I think, is what I saw. Anyway, I have the lineups. As reported, and kind of a little early, but it's now official, Luke Tuck has now officially signed his 2-year ELC. It starts next season. He's also signed to an AHL contract by Laval Rocket for the rest of the season, and he will play there. And I reported that he wasn't eligible, and I was wrong. So he'll be playing for the Rocket for the rest of the season and playoffs. So good on Luke Tuck, and we probably will see him at some point next season. All right, so there's a playoff race going on. There's just one left, and it's in the East, in the Eastern Conference. And what it is Washington, Detroit, Pittsburgh, and Philadelphia all have a chance to get that final wild card spot. Washington and Detroit have 89 points. Pittsburgh 88 and Flyers 87. So if the Caps win their last game, they're in, because the circle there, that's 31 regulation wins. That's the first tiebreaker. And if they win, Pittsburgh can't catch them. So, there you go. They just have to win and they're in. For the Red Wings, if the Caps lose in regulation and the Wings win tonight, doesn't matter if it's in regulation or not, they're in. For the Penguins, if the Penguins win and the others lose in regulation, the Penguins are in. Flyers, I don't have a freaking clue how they get in, but there is a path. It's complicated, and I honestly, in the time I had to get this ready, I couldn't figure it out. So I left it at that. I don't know, but I think everybody has to lose and give their first son to the government. I don't know, something like that. We'll have to see how that works out. If Alex is his head will blow up. If I think actually this time his head will blow up if they actually make it in. Lane Hudson last night had 21 minutes, 54 seconds time on ice. He had an assist and he had a shot on goal. And most importantly, he actually looked pretty good out there and looked comfortable. His game from college seems to translate. It's only one game. It's a short sample size, but for a first game, it's a thumbs up. I think it's a good sign for the future. This kid will be, give him a couple of years to get to where he needs to get, 2, 3, 4 years, and he'll get there. He fit in right away. Anyways, fun to watch him last night, and we get to do that with Logan Mailloux tonight. So, it's going to be good. I didn't think Mailloux would get called up, but they rewarded him. and rightfully so. Good organization. David Savard is this season's winner of the Jacques Beauchamp Molson Trophy. They added the Molson in there. Don't know why. The Jacques Beauchamp Trophy, if I'm correct, is for, I don't have the right word, I think, for the most underrated player or the most underappreciated. I don't have the right word. There's a word for it, and I'm missing it for some reason. Anyways, David Savard rightfully gets that. And that is all the news. I didn't give you my guess the score for the guess the score contest. I'm going with 5-4 Red Wings. I say here in OT because all 3 games they played this year have gone to OT. Don't see why this one won't. I don't want it to go to OT. I want Montreal to stay where they are now. Yes, I want them to. I don't want. They're not going to go out and tank, not purposely, but I want them to lose so they can keep their 5th from the bottom spot, and it's all good. If they win, I'm not going to cry, but I'd prefer if the Wings win. If the Wings win, they got a chance to make the playoffs. I have a feeling we might know before that if the Caps have won or not. Anyways, we'll find out there. All right, let's get to this game. Montreal. No, it's Detroit this time in Montreal. The 40-32-9 Detroit Red Wings against the 30-36-15 Montreal Canadiens. How to watch this game tonight. Start time 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Canadiens region, TSN 2 in English, RDS in French. And in the Red Wings region, Bally Sports Detroit. Streaming ESPN Plus, RDS, TSN, and Sportsnet. Where I watch it. And I don't like that. Don't get Sportsnet. Season series. If November 9th, Detroit, Montreal won 3-2 in overtime. The next time was December 2nd, 5-4 Detroit in Montreal in overtime. Last night, 5-4 Detroit in overtime in Detroit. And tonight in Montreal, it's going to be 5-4. Yeah, that's what I call it. 5-4 again in overtime, probably. But you never know. The Red Wings kind of like they have to win this game. If they want to make the playoffs, they have to. They're going to be desperate, play hard hockey. This could be a very difficult game for Montreal as well. We'll see what kind of game comes from this. I think it'll be exciting, and both teams are going to play hard because Montreal wants to win and spoil it for the Red Wings. So last 10 games, Red Wings are 4-3-3. They beat Toronto and Montreal, both in overtime. For their win, the last 2 wins, or the last 2 games. Montreal 3-4-3, 3-game losing streak right now, all in overtime. Against the Islanders, they lost in overtime. Ottawa in a shootout, and Detroit an overtime loss. So it's going to be, they're going to end the season with 4 overtime games in a row. That's my prediction, but I don't want it to be. Detroit away. This is a home and away record. Get it right, Rick. They're 17-23 on the road. Montreal 16-24 at home. Atlantic standings top to bottom. Boston with 1 game left, 109 points. Florida 1 game left, 108 points. That's still up for grabs. The top spot there. Detroit. I want to avoid Toronto. Toronto 102. They're locked in there. Tampa 896. They're locked in. Detroit with 89. Buffalo 84. Ottawa 76. Montreal 75. And if Montreal ends up with that point. With Ottawa has 6 more wins, so they win the tiebreaker. There's no problem there. Bottom 10, top to bottom, Devils, 81 points. Calgary and Seattle, 79. Ottawa, 76. Arizona, 75. Montreal, 75. But again, Arizona, if we tie them, they got 5 more wins, so there's no problem there. Columbus, 64. Anaheim, 57. Chicago, 51. And San Jose, 47. Pretty much, they're guaranteed to. They're going to be on the bottom. Last place team. Tail of the tape. Scoring chances for percentage: 44.8% for Montreal, 29th. 44.3 for the Red Wings, 30th. Goals per game: 2.81 for Montreal, 27th, and 3.35 for the Wings, 9th. Goals against per game, 3.42, 26 for Montreal, 3.32 as 24th for the Red Wings. Power play percentage, 17.7%, 26th, and they got none last night, and 23.1% for the Wings, 9th, they got 1. and scored on it, I believe. Maybe not. PK percentage, 76. They must have because no, they didn't because it was 23.2% going into the last game. Yeah, so they didn't get a goal. 76.5%, 23rd in the PK percentage for Montreal, 79.3 for the Wings, 17th. Head-to-head, it's now 1-0-2 for Montreal, 2-0-1 for the Wings. At the dot, Detroit comes in 50.6%, 14th, and Montreal 51.4%, 11th. They beat them at the dot last night. Shots on goal allowed, shots on goal 4. On the allowed side, 32.4 for Detroit, 33.3 for Montreal, and shots on goal 4, 28.8 for Detroit, 27.6 for Montreal. Players to watch over the last 5 games for points. Lucas Raymond had a really good game last night. He's got 10. Mike Matheson with 7. Goals, Lucas Raymond with 6, and Cole Caulfield with 4. Assists, David Perron, 5, and Matheson with 6. And a plus-minus, Dylan Larkin is a +6, and David Savard a +5. Team leaders in goals, Larkin and Suzuki, both with 33 goals each. Points, Lucas Raymond, 71, Nick Suzuki, 76. Average time on ice, I hope Nick has a great game today and gets at least 2 points, because I think that's where I had him at for the preseason predictions. Average time on ice, Moritz Seider, 22-17, Matheson, 25-32, and wins, Alex Lyon, 21, and Monty with 16. Both of them not in nets tonight. Wings top 5 scoring, Lucas Raymond, 31 goals, 40 assists, 71 points, -13. Dylan Larkin, 33 and 35 for 68 points, +4. Alex DeBrincat, 27 and 40, 67 points, and he's even. Shane Gostisbehere, who isn't he the one who leaped up and kept that puck in that led to eventually to the tying goal? That was clutch. I think I found out this morning it was Gostisbehere. He has 10 and 44 for 54 points and a -17. And JT Compher, 19 and 29, 48 points and a -4. For the Habs, Suzuki leads the way, 33 goals, 43 assists, 76 points, -13. Cole Caulfield, 27 and 37, 64 points, -4. Mike Matheson, 11 and 51, 62 big points, -23. Juraj Slafkovsky, 19 and 29, 48 points, -19. And Alex Newhook, 14 and 19, 33 points, and a -13. That's only in 54 games, though. So that's kind of important. Wings goalies tonight. So it's supposed to be Reimer, however you want to pronounce that guy who won't wear a Pride shirt. He is where is it? In 19 starts, 10, 8, and 2, 307 goals against and a 905 save percentage. And then on the other side, we got Primo tonight, 20 starts, 8, 9, and 3. 295 goals against and a 910 save percentage. So Caden gets the honor of closing out the season at home. These are the lines. So Red Wings lines: Larkin, DeBrincat, Raymond, Compher, Perron, Kane, Kopp, Fabry, Fisher, Veleno, Charnik, and Sprong. Defense: Sherratt, Sider, first pair; Edvinson and Petrie, second pair; Mata and Gostisbehere, third pair; Reimer starting, and Lyon backing them up. And for the Habs, Suzuki, Caulfield, Slav, Newhook, Gallagher, Armia, Evans, Anderson, Ullinen, Dvorak, Pizzetta, Harvey Pinard, unchanged from last night. Matheson and Barron, Hudson and Savard, unchanged. And then we'll have Harris and Logan Mailloux. And you got Primo and Monty backing him up. And that is it. So I'm looking forward to this final game of the season. Like I said, I'm going to be happy with either result. They win or they don't. They go to overtime or they don't. I prefer if they don't pick up a point here just to secure that spot that they're in. But I'm going to enjoy the game no matter what. I expect it to be action-filled. Should be a fast-paced game. and I think we're going to see some goals tonight. I'm hoping Montreal puts up some points and those guys reach their goals that I have for them to end the season. And anyway, we'll see what happens. So I'll be here for the live stream, the hangout at 7. So hopefully you'll join for that. And then the post-game show right after on the other channel. All the links are in the description for the other channel, for the podcast. Everything's down there. So that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Really appreciate it. And I will see you at the hangout. If not, thank you for all season, for watching, for staying here and taking part and making guesses and all that stuff. Really appreciate it. And we'll be on to next season. Well, we've got a lot of postseason stuff coming up. So, yeah, and we'll see you next season as far as the previews go. All right, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Peace out, and I'll see you at the hangout. Ciao, everybody.